Hello everyone. Can you guys see me and hear me? Hear me. The slide isn't required maybe. Let's turn it on. Off. On. No, it does do some difference to the video. Yeah, looks good. Good. So yeah, where were we? Am I too loud? No, right? IVEX Informatics says hello Frappe team and fans. Yes. So yeah, welcome back everyone. So even me welcome back because I have been traveling for the past month, so no live streams. The last stream we did was with Hey Blender Forever. Last stream we did was with Sakib, and that was on Insights V3 release and demo. And that was in Frappe channel by the way. So now we are like last I did was that integration for Paystack. I think that was a very small, kind of very trivial thing because we didn't build any app or anything. We just integrated the service. Hi Naveen. So yeah. So I have a list now that I have been maintaining of episode ideas and everything. Couldn't show you right now, but I'll show you later maybe. I have a board here now in the studio, and one by one I am ticking them off. So this, if you see, voice article with AI, right? This I have ticked off because right now we are doing it. And this idea is from Aaron Francis. I love his content. So, okay, let's proceed. My audio is fine, right? Because in the last live stream that there were some comments that the audio was too low from my side. Cool. So yeah, without any further delay, let's start left, right, three, fourth, no, two, third. Okay, this works side by side. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bench start. Let's keep the bench running. I stopped it because I was doing something else. Let's close this, close this. So now the bench is running. So what are we building, right? Before we even start doing this. So I have this, let's go to arc and write 3/3. Okay. So if you see, let's go to bwh.live. So I have these articles, right, on bwh.live. The latest one is this top 10 announcements from Frappeverse 2024. What I want to do is now you can read it, right, but you can't, like, browsers have some feature and operating system have some read aloud features, but they are too machine like, right? I want to generate a natural, more natural audio version of it and have a player on top that if you want to listen to this article, you can hit play and listen, right, on the go. So for generating that audio from the text, right, text to speech, this is called, I'm going to use this ElevenLabs.io. I have got some good reviews of it, and even my one of our friends, right, who has been here at Build with Hussain, he also now works at ElevenLabs. He used to work at Razorpay. So I'll show you his video directly, which he appeared on. Let's go back to the playlist. 9 people are watching. Nice. Build with Hussain for FOSS. Akash. Where is Akash? Yeah. See, Akash was here and he's now working at the same company. So that's awesome. He's very, very good at front end, by the way. So they have quite a few nice features like voice cloning, uh, and there is text to speech, which we are going to use. They have a Python SDK as well, which we are going to use in our custom app. There's voice changer, dubbing is there, test to sound effects is there. So let's try this one, by the way. Keyboard, key hit, generate. Okay, nice. It does work. So if I turn on my monitor sound, you'll be able to hear. Nice, 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 nice. So yeah, this is what we are going to use. Let's first do one thing. Let's go back. So the particular feature we are interested in is this text to speech API, right? Where we'll give it the article text and it will generate the audio. So we're going to use the API because I don't want to manually go every time and get a audio from here. So what I want to do is directly integrate, create it as a Frappe app. So you can install it in any of your site and it will pick up the blog post doc type and automatically generate an audio file and attach it here using that API. So if this sounds interesting, let's get started, right? So let's go back to the terminal and I'll create a new shell, duplicate tab. Cool. Okay, let me just zoom in a bit. Third, no, last 2/3. Yeah. So this should be more readable now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new app. Let's call it listen to article, listen to blog. Okay. Listen to blog, app description, ads, listen to this blog. No, doesn't sound good. Text to speech for blog post doc type. Yeah, this sounds better. App publisher, build with Hussein. App email, build with Hussein at gmail.com. MIT is fine. Let's add GitHub action workflow. Develop is also fine. Nice. Okay, it failed. So this has been happening for some time. I don't know why. Yeah, there is some issue. But yeah, let's do one thing. So the last time I also tried this was the same issue was there. So what I did was I created a new bench. B1. Let's create the same app in this bench. I will start this bench. CDB1 bench start. No issues. Everything seems good for now. But again, I have to type in the app description. So let's type Frappe, Frappe app that adds tech audio to blog post top type powered by 11labs.io. Okay. WH build with Hussein at gmail.com. MIT, yes. Develop, cool. This works hopefully. Yes. So now our app is ready. Let's create a new site, bench new site. We'll call it 11.localhost. Yep. Root password is 1234. Go ahead, hack my database. Fine. Let it finish. By the way, if you are not part of the Discord yet, join in the Discord channel. I'm having our monthly AMA this Saturday. So do join in there and ask any questions you would want to ask. Admin. Cool. So now the site should be up. Let's go and visit the site. What will be the site? 11 dot local host port 8001. Okay, I don't remember where this bench is running, so we can check in the logs. 8004, fine. So let's get back. 8004 is it? 8004, cool. Administrator, admin. Okay, fine, save it. Let's go and complete the setup wizard. Setup wizard everywhere. Fine. Cool. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now we have the site running. We don't have the app yet. No, it won't show up in apps. Where is about? Yeah, we just have framework. So let's get back to the terminal and go to the bench directory. Bench dash dash site 11 dot local host install app. What did we name it? So we can check it easily. Listen to blog, right? I've used it like a directory for auto completion, but no, it's not. Let it install. Cool. And now I want to do one more thing. Let's open it up in VS Code. So app slash listen to blog. Okay, fine. Go ahead, restart till I'm coming back. So what I wanted to do was enable developer mode, right? We want to build apps. So that will be code site slash 11. Yeah, I'll come back to you. 11.localhost. Okay, this also restarted. Fine. Let me close this. Yeah. Site config.json. And now let me switch to this. This is better. Okay. In here, I want to add developer mode one. You could do this via CLI as well, but fine. There is a set config command. Now let's get back to Arc. We can go full screen here as well now. Let's zoom in a bit so it's visible. Cool. So now refresh. Okay. We need to restart the bench. So let's restart the bench. Nice. Cool. So now if we go to doc type, we should be able to, yeah, this site is running in developer mode. Nice. So yeah, this was the initial setup. Now what we want is how do we do this? So right now, if I have, let's create a blog post first because we need a blog post. So we can copy from one from build with Hussein. So let's copy this one. Of course, the images won't work. So we go back. Let's copy another one. BWS turns one. So this is a smaller one, but it doesn't have much text content. So let's get the learn apply cycle. Yeah, this is more of a non-technical article. Okay, that light turned off. Fine. Copy to clipboard. This is a very nice feature. So you can just paste in and it will create a new blog post. I don't think the blogger exists. Short name Hussein. Full name build with Hussein. Ha, no. Let me put my full name. Nagra. Okay. Hussein Nagaria. Title. Oh, okay. Why didn't it copy title from here? Okay. Thoughts. Okay. Haha. THOUGTS. Thoughts. Come on. Framework can be more keyboard friendly. Fine. So now we have a blog. So what I want is like this is out of the box, right? There are error logs. That is fine. Error attaching file. Fine. So there might be some image file that we are using in the blog, probably. So yeah, now we have the blog. Now let's publish for now. You can see it in the website as well. This is how the default vanilla blog post looks like. What I want is whenever this blog is either inserted or updated, right? I want to automatically attach, generate a audio file and attach it here, right? So grasp is correct. Cool. So first of all, let's go and create an account at ElevenLabs. Sign up with Google is the way to go right now. They use Firebase, by the way. It just popped in the URL bar. Buildwithusan@gmail.com. Continue. Nice. What's your first name? Not Build, but Hussain. Where did you hear about us? Let's say Twitter. Uh, Personal use, content, engineer, education. Let's say I'm a teacher. That's what a product evangelist is. So yeah, now I have this. So let's go back to the docs. I want documentation. Yes. And here are the APIs that we need. So there is a Python library, which is a good thing. So we'll first thing we'll do is we'll install this library, text to speech. And let's switch to Python. It's already there because maybe I was browsing. Let me just zoom in. Cool. So yeah, audience is awfully silent. Okay, no, I am talking about the audience, not about this guy. Okay. So what I want is, so yeah, we have to make API call here. So, okay, first we will install the Python package. Pip install ElevenLabs. Let's just copy this. Go back to VS Code. Here is our app, right? Doesn't matter. We have to install it. Cool. Bench. I'll just add bench in front of it. So what this does is it will install it in the bench Python environment and not the global Python environment. Let's do this and done. So which version did it install? 1.13.3. Okay, so let's add it to our pyproject.toml file. And I'll remove this because it always causes issues for me. And in the dependencies, we'll add this. 11 labs. ElevenLabs. We want it to be 1.13.3. So this will make sure whenever our app is installed anywhere, it automatically installs this package as well because our app depends on it, dependencies, right? Cool. So we can experiment with it, but we'll need an API key. So let's see where we can get this API key from. Your API key. I'll blur my screen. Yeah, see, this is a nice new thing that I have. I don't have to switch to my full screen and come back. I just can blur whenever I want. Again, watched in some YouTube video. Where is, I think I'll have to text to speech. API keys, got it. So they give like free 10,000 credits out of the box. So I think that should be sufficient for now. Create an API key. I'll call it BWH block because ultimately we want to use it on BWH block. Create And here is the API key. Let me just copy it to clipboard, close it, bring back the normal screen. So you can see I have created an API key here. So where do we store it? Like if you have watched even 2, 3 episodes, you know the approach, right? We go to the doc type. We'll create a new doc type. Let's call it 11 labs settings. Module will be a listen to blog, and this will be a single doc type, and we'll add a password field here, which we'll call API key. Let's hit save, go to settings, paste in the API key, hit save. Now we have the API key. Nice. Cool. We have stored the API key and everything looks good. It's generating the doc types in the backend. Cool. Let's go back. Now we can go back to the Python SDK docs and we can see from 11 labs import play from 11 labs dot client import 11 labs. So we can test it out. So let's go back. So we can commit, by the way, if we want to. Control Shift G. Core 11 labs settings doc type plus dependency. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So let's go to the console. Bench dash dash side 11 dot localhost console dash dash auto reload. We might not need it, but fine. Cool. So now what I want is I want to follow the docs and see how we can generate text to speech. We gonna have play audio, so we could listen to our blog. Fine. And this is how we will create. So first we will get our API key. So API key is equal to, so we have two approaches here. Either we can get the doc and then get the password, or import something. Like in that case, we'll have to import the get decrypted password from frappe dot utils dot password, get decrypted password, get decrypted password, the password, and we'll have to give the doc type, which will be 11 labs settings. This is very verbose. I might choose the other approach. Yeah, and that is API key. I don't want to reveal it, so let me just store it in API underscore key. Cool. Now, come on, I'll move it here. So now we will create a client 11 labs, and then we'll pass in the API key equal to API key. Cool. So now this will be audio.generate. So what we can do is we can try with the real blog post. So frappe.getDoc, get last doc, because we only have one blog. So this should work. Blog post doc dot content. No, what's the name of that field where the content is? Let's go back to the blog post. Cool, 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 cool. This is content underscore MD, which is markdown. Maybe markdown will cause some issue, but we'll see. So doc dot content MD, which will be the text we want to convert to speech. We can check this. This is this, right? Hmm. Hmm. Let's go back. Yeah. Text, we can select a voice and then we can select a model. So they have different models, I think. Let's see. 3000 premium voices, 32 languages. There's that. Okay. So how do we choose a voice ID? See here, it shows voice ID, right? Voice. Okay. Hindi we don't want. We want some other voice. Lion. I should put upload my voice and then you all will be able to listen the article from me. Probably. Uh, Create a voice. See, you can design a voice in less than a minute. Fine, I don't want. I will use. Um, let's listen to.
The thing always happens that you really believe in. And the belief in a thing,
No, that's
life without love.
no.
Love will trust if you do wrong to. A single rose can be my garden. A single friend, my world.
Yeah, this sounds good. So we can view this. So this is Chris. Oh, copy that. See, this is nice, right? Like, let me move myself to the side, and you will see they have this copy ID button, which is nice because then we can use it in our API call. Let's go back. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So let's say voice ID equal to this, and this will be a string. Cool. And let's go back to the Python SDK docs, and we'll say audio equal to ultimately we'll create a mp3 file out of it and attach it, but right now I'm just trying to generate the audio itself. Client.generate three pieces. Text voice model. Text is equal to content, or what do we call it? Text voice equal to voice ID, and model equal to, let's copy the same, 11 multilingual v2. Play audio. Let me just unmute the capture. Let's see what happens. Status: this unusual activity detected. Free tier user. If you are using a proxy where purchase a plate pay, free tier only works if users do not abuse it. For example, by green. If we notice that many people try to abuse, we will consider free tier altogether. Please play fair and purchase any. Why? I didn't do anything. Come on. Let me just subscribe because I don't want to mess up this episode for now. Okay, my credit card details. Let me blur. Hmm. But okay. Hmm. OTP is here. Just a few minutes. Come on. Spinning, spinning, yeah. 54388. Cool. Yeah, now I am subscribed to the starter plan. So let's go back. FF play from not found necessary to play audio. On Mac, you can install it using this. Okay, let's install it. Oh, this is very popular package and I never needed it. Let it install. Till then we can read more of the docs. Hmm. Hmm. Dot generate is what we saw. Now it's different. It's text to speech dot convert. Where did I see dot generate then? Oh, in the readme. Okay, fine. There is some inconsistency here. Dot generate. Play. Try it out. Want to hear? No. So you can get the list of voices as well. So maybe what we can do is, if we want to provide the configurable select field, right? We can do that using this. But a voice object with customs in okay, fine. Clone a voice, streaming, async client. So what will be, how do I convert it into a audio file? Bonus. Okay, it will give this. Oh, see, you can save it like this with open as F for chunk in response. Write the chunk to file, and this will, yeah, this gives us almost uh everything we need. Cool. Let's go back and see if fmpeg is installed. No. Fine, we'll wait. Mhm. Hmm. Cool. Till then, let's. Uh, we don't want stream. Where is it? Uploading to Amazon S3. Hmm. It's a big package, taking a lot of time. Hmm. Fine. Till then, let me just see what we can do. Blog post. See, here is where like customization is useful, right? We don't want to create our own blog post doc type. We want to hook into, right, the existing blog post doc type and run our code when something changes in that doc type, right? And this is the perfect use case for using hooks.py files, doc events hook. Cool. Let's uncomment this out. Star means like run on every doc type. We don't want that. We want to run on blog post. We want to run on update, and we'll have to give a dotted path to the function that we want to run. Yeah, it's still installing. So till then, I will just create a file. Let's say utils.py, and I will import Frappe, not Frappe manager, Frappe. Then let's call it def generate. What do we call it? Generate. Hmm. Generate audio file for blog post. Let's copy the name. So the dotted path will be listen to blog.utils.this. Listen to blog.utils.this. Okay. So now on update, this will run and we'll be able to generate this. For now, I will just say frappe dot throw frappe dot error print generating audio for, and let's do an f string. So this will give us the doc and the event equals to none. So we can say doc dot name. Cool. So let's test it out. Let's go back to our blog post and change something. Let's remove the E from here, hit save, and let's open up JavaScript console. Generating audio for learn apply cycle. Nice. So that's the name of the blog post. This. Cool. So the hook is working. Let's see if it works on create, because if I recall correctly, on update also is called on insert. Test thoughts. This. Hit save. JavaScript console. Yeah, it works for this as well. So good. Let's delete this. Nice. But we will need a, okay, that will be the second step. Let's just first wait for this. Oh, so big. It's taking so much time. Maybe few gigabytes. And a lot of dependencies. Yeah, and it's a powerful package because it does a lot of image and video processing as well. can convert from one format to another, etc., etc. A lot of stuff. It's raining outside, by the way. Nice. Seasons getting swapped. Hmm. So our hook is working, so this is nice. But actual implementation we'll only be able to do once we figure out, yeah, audio is getting generated and played. Hmm. Only 40 minutes into the stream, we haven't been able to play the audio yet. Fine, fine. It's raining Frappe, yeah, not a directory. Fine, this is like, oh, it's trying to run. So I think the installation finished, but then it tried to do its own stuff and caused this issue. Cool. Let's see if the audio plays. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Where is the audio? If it played, where? Why didn't I hear it? What is happening? Let me play it again. Okay, now it doesn't play. Generate, play. Maybe what we can do is we can generate the file and then maybe try to play it. Fine. Let's do that instead. So we'll with open this for chunk in response. If there is a chunk, write the chunk. Fine. And this is
Back in
running.
high school, the
Oh,
subject that I loved the second most was physics. You know what the first was? The main reason I liked the subject of physics was getting to solve numericals, or problems that required application of concepts and formulas. The other reason is definitely our physics teacher, Mr. Suresh G. Kurup, an amazing personality. He taught the subject so passionately and made stuff just click in your brain. Near today itself,
what did
whenever Suresh Sir, that's what we call him, taught us a new concept in class, he asked us to solve a few problems related to that concept, today itself, or to use a particular formula to solve a few problems. But the main point here is today itself, when the topic is still fresh in mind. And man, it worked. Since then, I have been using this trick everywhere. Learning a new tool or framework, apply the learnings. That day itself. In fact, this was the reason Frappe framework certification trainings now have day-wise assignment handouts. So whatever the students learn on a given live training session, they can apply those concepts on that day itself and not wait for a big single final assignment. I am very confident this made a difference. Chapter, the Learn-Apply Cycle. I call the above the Learn-Apply Cycle. I Googled Learn-Apply Cycle and did not find any particular theory by this name. You will most probably find some related research to this concept. So let me state it as my law for now. The shorter the learn-apply cycle, the faster and better you grasp the concept. And in my experience, it also retains those concepts longer in your mind. In other words, if you learn something and don't apply it anywhere, you're probably not grasping it that well. Don't take my word, just try it out.
nice. There were some glitches around here, maybe some markdown issues or something, but overall solid, right? Like this is much better than out of the box. stuff. So what we can do is we can again generate, and this time I will do a file. Let's open, or we can do a with open, and let's save it in. We can use the same slug, which will be unique, right? The name of the blog post, which will be, let's do f string doc.name.mp3, write binary as f, and we will read this again. Yeah, for chunk in response, for chunk in audio, if chunk, okay, I did make a mistake in the spelling, fine. So let's continue with the mistake so it doesn't break. F dot write the chunk and hit enter. Let's see. So it will generate the audio and save it to that file. And we can listen to the file again and again without consuming our credits. Cool, 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 cool. Nice. Done. Let's not exit out of here. I will just create a new terminal. And by default, if you don't know, in Frappe, if you are doing this relative paths, right, it is relative to the sites directory. So if we see, we'll find this, the learn.mp3.
Back in high school, the subject that I
So now we have the audio file again, confetti. Um, cool, cool, cool. This was good. This was good. This was good. So now we want to do this stuff, whatever generation. And so we have done it manually, right? Now we know that what is the process. Now we just have to do the same thing, but in code, not in console. So let's start. So we'll say generate audio file for blog. Let's remove this. Let's zoom in a bit more. Let's too much. Too much. Fine. So what will be the process? So first we see check if the content has changed, because return if not, right? If the content is not changed, then why do we regenerate the audio, right? That's a common sensey thing. And if it has changed, then what we have to do is we will call the API, call 11, or let's just write generate the audio, right? And what else do we want to do? Attach it to the blog as MP3 file. Yeah, simple. So let's see if, so how do we do that? If dog dot has value changed, right, of content. So now the issue is we have two things, right? In blog. In blog, we go to the blog post, you will see there is content, rich text, HTML. So how do we handle this three, right? So what I will do is I will right now write a function, right, where we can uh, where we'll return the content. And for now, I'll just handle Markdown, but easily we could handle HTML and rich text. Ultimately, we'll have to convert them to normal text, and then so rich text is also saved as HTML. Only Markdown is the one that is not saved as HTML. So what I will do is I will write a function has content changed, right? And get the doc. pass. Hmm. So we'll have to check what is the content type, right? Let's check. If doc dot content type equals markdown, then field content field, right, is equal to content md. In that case, we'll check if this has changed. Elif doc dot content type equals rich text, then this is just content, and if it is HTML, then it is HTML content HTML. Fine. If it is HTML, this is content field is equal to content HTML, and we can say by default content field is just content. And now we'll see return doc dot has value changed of content field. Nice. Tabs. Nice. So instead of this, now we can say has has content changed of this docs. So now it is nicely encapsulated. It will make sure that, okay, depending on the content type, it will check the correct field, right? Because we have 3 fields. So now this is done. This is nice. So now we want to generate the audio. If not changed, we will do an early return. Nice. So now we can remove this comment because it's also already done. So if the content has not changed, just return, right? Don't do anything. Next. So we have 2 options here, and we have to choose the second one. I'll tell you why. The first option is we generate it synchronously, which means when they hit the save button, we'll generate it and attach it. But as you saw, it takes some time to generate the audio, and if the blog is too big, it might take some minutes to generate that audio file, right? And we don't want the user to wait to save the blog post. What we can do is we can do it in the background, right? We can do it. This is a very good use case for background jobs where we will call the API in the background and generate it, right? Generate the audio in the background. The bro approves this trip. Here is the bro. Hey Lewis, how are you doing? Cool. Thanks for joining in, man. So we want to generate the background, generate the audio in the background. So we can use frappe.enqueue, which will let us enqueue a job, and we have to give it a path to a function, right, that it needs to call. And we'll define that function here. Generate audio for, oh, again, it will be this. So this can be underscore generate audio, generate an attach audio file, will get a blog post, pass. Nice. So we will enqueue this thing. Listen to blog dot utils dot this, and we can give it a QUE. Q will be long queue, might take a long time, and we'll say NQ UE NQ UE after commit equals to true, which means when this thing finishes successfully, only then you go and NQ this thing. Otherwise, it might NQ and then what do you say? The blog update failed, right? So you might not want to generate with the old content. So this will have some inconsistencies. So this is quite useful flag. And I'll check if it's the correct flag. in Frappe itself. So let's go code app slash Frappe. Def directly check the enqueues implementation. Too lazy to check the docs. Enqueue frappe.utils.backgroundjobs.enqueue enqueue after commit. Enqueue after commit. Correct. Fine. Let's go back. So yeah, this will enqueue it, and so it will start happening in the background. So for now, what I will do is I will while testing, I won't do it in the background because again we'll have to wait for the job to finish, etc., etc. For now, I'll leave it at that, and then attach it to blog, and everything will be done in this function. So only what happens during the update is it gets enqueued if the content has changed. That's it. And now the actual logic will happen here. So first, I'll write a function def get. So it's a pattern I follow. Like whenever you have this SDKs for, let's say, payment integration or anything like that, I create a utility function that returns the client, right? Because in here you can do the authentication and everything and just return the client. So the caller of the function doesn't have to worry about it, and like dry principle, right? Get 11 labs client, and what we can do is we can import or whatever we were doing in the console. Let's go back and copy from there. Yeah, this part. ElevenLabs. Rough format document. Nice. And what else? We need decrypted password. We can inline this too as well. So let's see if we want to do that or not. Format imports. Cool. What else? We don't want play right now because playing is for playing. Wait. Again, we can copy over a lot of this code. So I said, right, there is one more approach of doing this, and that might be less verbose, and that is frappe.get cached doc. We can do it right here. Frappe.get cached doc. 11 labs settings. See, and then we can call get password on it. And since it's cache doc, it's efficient. Yeah. Dot get password and API key. This will be the API key. I have to clean my keyboard. I left it for a month, right? So you can imagine its situation. API key. So now we don't need this import, which is nice. And this import, we can break it here. My mouse pad is also dead. Someone got into my office. I don't know. I'll have to investigate. So then we will return ElevenLabs. Hi, Pranjal. How are you? What is up? By the way, one of the people I heard good things for about ElevenLabs was Pranjal as well. So yeah, API key equal to API key. Nice. So now this two-line stuff, and we can call format here. Format document, format imports. So this will give us the client. So let's get client equal to get ElevenLabs client. Nice. And we can move this function down below. Cool. So now we have clean code as well as we have something that will work, right? So we have the client. Now we know that Where is it? Where is that line? Yeah. So audio will like be equal to this client dot generate. So ultimately this will give us the audio, right? So we'll need the voice ID, voice ID, this one. Let's copy it. This can also come from some configuration, right? Voice ID. For now, I'll hard code it. And we can, yeah, now we need the text. So text will come from blog post. Depending on, again, we'll have to check, right? We have to check whether we have to use the markdown HTML based on the content type field, right? So I'll create another function, def, or here I see a pattern, right? Here I see a pattern that I can copy over again. So instead of copying this, what I can do is I can create a field type content field map, because this isn't going to change. So we'll create a dictionary and we'll say if the content type is markdown, field is markdown MD. Now you'll see how this will simplify our code. MD. If the content type is HTML, this will be markdown. No, markdown MD. What am I writing? Content MD. And this will be content HTML. And the third one was rich text. In that case, it will be just content. And now I can replace this whole if else with just type content map of doc.content type. See, cleaner and reusable. So now if I want to get the field, right, get the text, we can say text equal to blog post dot get type. So that will be field content field equal to type content field map blog post dot content type, the same line we typed here. So this will take in the type, for example markdown, and then return us the field where that content is stored. So now we can just get this. Cool. Now we have the text and everything, so this should return us the audio. Now the part where we have to save this audio, right? So where do we save this audio? Hmm. So we don't want to save it to a file. We want Frappe to generate a file doc, right? And recently I did something similar for, let's see, where did I do it? Yeah, in the conference, in the Riyadh bootcamp, I did it for a conference ticket, I think, conference ticket.py file. Yeah, see, here I was saving the QR code, and instead of that, what will happen is here this will import IO. So let's start. I want to save it in memory. Import IO. Output equal to IO dot bytes IO. Okay. Output dot write. So instead of writing to a file, we are writing to a buffer. So we can say for chunk, let's use the correct spelling this time. Chunk in audio. If chunk, then we have to write it to the output. And now at the end of the loop, the output variable will have our audio file, and now we can call frappe.getDoc and give it the data, right? We have to do this as well, hex data, which will be, actually we don't want hex data. In case of image, it will be hex data, but it will be um, just data, file data. Cool. Now we can copy this part as well. Let's do this. We will remove whatever we don't need for now. We will, so the content we will be file data, and the file name as we discussed, right, which will be it will be blog post dot name dot mp3, and it will be attached to blog post dot name. Field we don't have yet, so let's comment this, and attached to doc type will be blog post. So this is the magic of using like directly get doc and letting it save the file, right? Handle the file, because then it will also help us attach it to properly, etc., etc. So, okay, then we have the file. That's not an issue. So what I will do is, instead of doing it in the queue, so we can try it if it adds it to the queue. Let's go back. Moment of truth. Let's hit save. And let's see if it added to the queue, RQ job list. Refresh. Nope, it did not. Because content didn't change. Fine. Got it. We have to go to Markdown. Change some content. Let's say I remove the last, or we can say at the top. It works. And now check the RQ job. Failed. Fine. Let's read. Generate missing one positional argument blog post. That's true. So we didn't pass it. So let's pass blog post equal to doc. Good. Good boy. It works. Let's go back to RQ job. Failed again. Why? This is like, okay, this failure is due to my local setup. Somehow workers don't start, etc., etc. Let's check RQ worker. I have an ideal worker which is sitting there just not doing anything, but fine. So what we can do is we can do it synchronously for now. Let's go back and comment this. We can do even smart. Hey, Alberto. Nice. Peace. So what I want is, if we are in developer mode, then do it synchronously. If we are in production, because otherwise we'll have to comment and comment this, that, right? So it's a good pattern. So what we can say is, so how do you check if you are in developer mode or not? Frappe.conf dot developer mode. See, if not frappe.conf dot developer mode, then enqueue, right? Else, which means we are in developer mode, and which usually implies we are in local. So we'll directly call this file with the blog post doc. Cool, 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 cool. Let's change this now. See, This is what will happen if we don't enqueue, right? User has to wait and stare at this blank screen and they can't do anything else. Let's make this short so it becomes easier for us to iterate. Hmm. Oh, it failed. Bytes like object is required, not io.bots. What did I do? Hmm. Oh, output. Oh no. Silly, silly bug. So let's remove this part. So it becomes faster. Nice. Did it attach the audio file? Nice. Let's listen
It
to
works.
it
Back in
works.
high school, the subject that I loved the second most was physics. You know what the first was.
Nice. I like it. I like it. Cool. So now we have it getting attached automatically here, which is quite nice. And if we want, we can do HTML and rich text support as well. And that should be easy because now we have encapsulated some functions, right? So where did we do it? Yeah, here, right? We are getting the content field. So if we do HTML, I don't know if it will automatically process that. So let's do one thing. Let's HTML and let's write H2. So it shouldn't read H2, right? It should read the content. I don't know if it out of the box supports that. This is some HTML. Okay. Oh, see, now the issue, one more issue, right? And this is the new one.
This is some HTML.
Oh, nice. It doesn't need, what do you say, processing it to normal text. It understands that, okay, it's HTML content, so I shouldn't read the tags. Smart, smart, smart. So yeah, this function looks ugly. Mm, so what I will do is I'll break it into def, create audio file, create file doc, and we will ask for the audio, and we can cut all this and bring it to this function. Oh, even blog post is needed. Blog post and audio. Two things, right? Cool. So here we can come and say create file doc, blog post, audio. Cool. So now this function is better. Let's format imports, format document. Cool. Nice. So this all works. Hmm. Now we have to handle this piece, right? Where multiple things are getting generated. So how do we do delete? If I go to this doc, I want to delete it. Will this delete the file as well? I think it will. Yeah, it went away, right? So what we have to do is we'll have to handle this here. So before creating the file doc, we can encapsulate in the file doc. So we'll say delete the old file, right? I have not enabled Copilot. Delete the old file. Delete um, old file if exists, right? So now we can create this function here. We're just composing functions and functions and functions. So check this blog post pass, and we'll give this. So we are passing around blog posts. So you will see blog post and audio are getting passed around. So this hints at state being passed around, right? A lot. This can be converted to a class. So we'll convert it to a class if we get time. Let's delete the. What I will do is I will to try to find. How do we find frappe.get doc file? We have to generate the old one, right? Delete the old one where file name is. Let's try this. Not found. Yeah, I know, because maybe that we were in the transaction, the old transaction. Just a second, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So what were we doing? Yeah, we got this. And so what we can do is we can call delete here, frappe.db.commit, or we can do delete doc as well. So this should be gone by now. Gone. Nice. So we can say we don't need the whole blog post, or it's fine. We can get the name from here. File name equal to this same pattern. Let's see if we can do it through delete doc. Frappe dot delete. Let's stick to this one for now. Blog post where the file underscore name is this file underscore name dot delete Cool. So what this will do is this will delete if it exists. Ah, if it exists, right? I have to try, except this is an escape. The right way to do is to call the database and check if that exists or not. So let's do it the right way, maybe. Frappe.db.exists blog post where the file name is this. Exists. If exists, then only do this. Yeah, this is better and the correct way to do it. So now if we go back, let's refresh. This is some HTML and I am reading it. Okay. Yeah, see now the audio got generated,
It
but
works. Back in high school, the subject.
oh no, 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 no. Something is horribly wrong here. Back in high school is not there anywhere. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Hmm. Back in high school, where are you getting this from? The content type, field map, markdown is content MD, HTML is content HTML. This is weird. IVX informatics. We need coffee. Finally. Okay. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. So we'll do some thing here. Frappe.err print the text, print the content field it is looking for. Let's go back. And what we'll do is just return from here as of now. We don't want to generate, just want to test what's happening in the backend. Reading it. Okay. This is some HTML and I'm reading. This is content HTML. Okay. There is an issue here. Blog post dot get. Huh. I don't think this will work. Okay. So if I have frappe dot get last doc blog post dot get content HTML, it should work. Yeah, this is the content. Okay, okay, that is the field name. Yeah, I'm also getting confused. Then why doesn't it work? What is happening? Let's remove these things and try again by changing something else. Okay. It didn't delete. Okay. So that is broken too.
This is some HTML and I am reading. Something else?
Okay. Why doesn't the delete work? Hmm. Okay. Yes, Prashant. I was in a low time for the past 2 months, but now I'm also motivated again to do and build cool stuff. Cool stuff. Let's do one thing. Delete old file if it exists, right? Here is where we are calling it. Let's do one thing. So the content is there, but we don't want it to be. So yeah, let's first solve the problem of not getting deleted, right? So I will do this. I will add a breakpoint here, and I will change something. Let's remove this something else part. Hit save, and now it's at the breakpoint. No, it didn't reach the breakpoint, which means this is getting false. Because it was not there the first time. Now let's keep the breakpoint. And now it's generated the learn apply cycle dot mp3 v2. It still didn't hit the breakpoint. So that is why. So it's not getting here. Okay. So this db dot exists is. Oh no. Oh no. Silly mistake. Oh no. File doc type. File doc type. Fine. Let's delete. Let's delete. Was a silly mistake. Let's do v3. Right, so it's there. Now let's do v4 and it should delete the old audio. Nice.
It works. Back in high school,
Yeah. Oh, there is some
it works. It
caching issue.
works.
There is some caching issue. Um,
This is some HTML and I
yeah,
am reading v4.
yeah, v4. There was some caching issue. The browser might have cached the audio file. Cool. I thought it has something to do with my code, but it works now. Everything works. The delete old file works. The attachment works. The audio generation works. Like almost everything works. We just need one custom field here that we will attach this file to. And then from API or anywhere, like people could read and do this, right? And maybe if we get time, I'll do it in bws.live website. So attach to field. So we'll need a field. So there are two approaches. Either we do using customize form, right? Customize form. We can do it via this. So I want to customize the blog post doc type, or I can do it via code. So let's add a field, uh, add a field here, attachment, audio version, audio, let's call it audio. Hit update, export customizations, export to listen to blog, submit, customizations exported. And if we go back and see custom blog post.json, so it will create this custom audio field, property setters. Oh, field order, that is fine. So now we have that custom field. So it's called custom audio. See, custom audio. Cool. So now we just have to do this. We have to do uncomment this custom audio. Nice. Let's go back and v5. And we'll have the audio attached here. No, because There's one more thing we have to do. So we attached it, like we set it in the file. See, here it is getting set, but we have to update the actual field as well, right? So we'll say blog post, blog post dot db set. We have to set it in the database directly. If we call save, this whole thing will trigger again and it will go down into a recursion if we are doing it not synchronously. Even if we are doing that, like, might go into that. Or not, we don't know, but let's not take a risk. So db set, we want to set the value of custom audio to this file dot file URL, I think, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. Hmm. File URL. Yeah, file underscore URL. Yep. So now go back V6, and if everything goes correctly, this audio should get generated and attached to this field. See, now it is attached. We can have an inline player as well.
This is some HTML and I am reading V4.
Uh,
This is some HTML and I am reading V4.
See, it's cached. So let's open up JavaScript console, network, disable cache.
This is some HTML and I am reading V6.
Nice, V6. Cool, so it works, and whoever installs the app gets the custom field, starts working. We can add a patch for adding, like, let's add a patch because it won't automatically generate for existing blocks. So we will do that. Uh, Where should we do it? That's the thing. But it is nice, right? It's nice. Right now, if you install this app, you could update your blog and this should work. Cool. There are error logs. That is fine. That is error attaching file. That is meta. Oh, okay, that file. Let's remove it because that file doesn't exist in this site in my local. So cool, 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 cool. Works, works, works. So let's do a commit. Oh, we only changed 3 files. Oh yeah, mostly utils.py is the thing. Feature automatically generate and attach audio file. We can't do patch. Okay, we can't do patch because like people might install the app, right? But they might not have sent this ElevenLabs key. So the better approach would be to add a button here that generate missing audios or something like that, right? So let's do that instead. So I'm just thinking as we go. I have not planned this episode just like everything else. So we can go to ElevenLabs settings.js and comment this out. frm dot add custom button generate missing blog post. Oh, this is the title, right? Generate missing audio files, and this will do something. So we should see this button here now, and I have to change this mouse pad. You see, right? It has this uh, this which is coming out and sticking to my hand, not right. Who uses a mouse pad with a head? But yeah. So on the click of a button, so we'll go to utils, and what I want to do is I want to write a function here, let's say at the very end, def, and we'll frappe.whitelist it because we want to call it from the front end. Generate missing audio files, right? So I will use a nice feature so it automatically updates the user of how many files it has generated, etc. So what we can say is blog. No, this doesn't require any argument. So we'll get all blog post where so filters equal to custom audio is not set, right? We will need what fields from here. We'll pluck the name, posts with no audio, right? This will give us those. For posts in posts with no audio, we will call this generate audio file for blog post, which takes frappe.getDoc. GetDoc in a loop, not very well, but this is not the best version of this function, not even the good version of it, because we are doing a lot of get docs and this, and we could just get the content here and bulk generate the audio, etc. But for simplicity's sake, I'm doing this, and this won't make a difference for like even if I have a lot of blog posts right now. So we'll get that doc. This will do this. This will do it, but not in the background right now. So if we want to do it in the background, we could do it in the background, or we can. Fine, I think this should work. So let's try it out. Blog post. Come on, go away. Yeah, what is happening? Yeah, so we'll clear this and we'll go there and add the missing one, right? 11 lab settings, generate missing audio. Oh, we don't have any, we didn't do anything in here, right? frm.call, and this will be generate missing audio files. No. Listen to blog dot utils dot this, and then we can do dot, then we want to frappe dot show alert message will be successfully generated indicator success, or it's green, I guess. Yeah. Hmm. I know why. Rm.call. Let's do frappe.call. Yeah, successfully generated. Let's go back to blog post list and see when did it generate just now. And let's listen to this.
This is some HTML and I am reading. V6.
Nice. So works. Everything works. We have this feature as well, which we implemented very quickly. Control Shift G. Again, we can optimize if you want to, but I think this will serve my purpose. Feet generate. Now I can install this app on Build with Hussein bench and site, and then click that button and it will generate for all the existing blocks. Let's do that and close this stream. Generate, what is it? Missing audio in bulk. Let's push it to GitHub, gh repo, create existing local repository, this, push it to build with Hussein, description, convert your Frappe blog posts to natural audio. Everywhere I'm putting a different description. Yes. Yes. Push it to GitHub. Let's go to Frappe Cloud, frappecloud.com/dashboard. Sometimes I underappreciate Frappe Cloud. It should be well. Let's add from GitHub, your GitHub app. Build with Hussein. What did we call it? Listen to blog. Validating app, add app. Yeah, listen to blog. Let's deploy. Let's update. I have to delete this site. This is no longer used. Even Hazel node is not used. Let it deploy. And then, oh, wait, in production, right? Okay, in production, we'll be able to test our this if condition, which we have here, right? So it should generate everything in the background and attach and do and stuff. So yeah, I think decent episode. Sunkri Aditya says, can you suggest about working with APIs in Frappe? Which APIs are you talking about? So we have out of the box REST API. So if you want to connect from an external system to Frappe, then use API/v2. It's not documented, but you can search for the PR in GitHub. It's mostly similar to V1 with additional functionalities. So out of the box REST APIs are like the one you could use. And if necessary, if you want to write your own custom API endpoints. And by the way, okay, custom endpoints, then you can use frappe.whitelist that I used right here. Then you can use the dotted path. And these are called RPCs, remote procedural calls. So you're calling a function remotely. Cool. Okay, it will take some time. So I'll keep it running and I'll come back in some time. So let me just go away for now. Yep, I'm back. Let's check. It's dead. What is dead? Can you suggest about working with API? Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I think I can find videos on Chora working with them. Yes. Good effort with a lot of homework. Thank you for the informative session. I think like people thought the stream is dead because the screen is stuck at the same place. So let's see. I think by now the sites might also be updated. Yeah. So now we can go to platform dot build with send dot dev. So we will so check whether we got that custom field. No, it didn't get. Oh, okay. We have to install the app. Haha, that was funny. Let's install listen to blog. Is anybody still there or everybody left because they thought it's dead? 13 people are watching. Nice. I thought people left. Yeah, fine. So once it's installed, we should see that. Yeah, it's installed. Let's refresh and we'll see the audio attach button. So let's go to 11 lab settings. We'll have to put the API key again. So let's go back here and I will blur the screencast. How do I? Okay, I can get it from the console. So let me get it from the console. I don't want to generate a new one. Here is the API key. Let's go back to the production site, paste it, hit save, exit the console. I don't want to show the API key. Yep, let's go back. Yeah, let's click generate missing audio files. Generated successfully. It is misleading because it put it in a queue. It started. See, a lot of it failed. Okay, why did it fail? Too many concurrent requests. Okay, fine. Because this all runs in parallel. Because we put all of them in one go, right? Because I don't know how many workers we have. RQ worker list. Oh, a lot of workers. Why do I have this many workers? No idea. So even okay, one audio, one file, just one of the files worked. So we can solve this using some delay in calling this. We just have three concurrent requests, right? So what we can do is there a retry button? I don't think there is. But which one worked? Quick thoughts on new beginnings. Okay. Blog post list. Quick thoughts on new beginnings. Which should be BWS turn one. No, not this. Where? Fine. What we can do is hmm, we should have added a button here as well that generate or regenerate this, right? So I can do it via client script, but I don't want to because I want to maybe do one episode and fix all this. So part B of this episode. For now, I want this audio. So what we can do is we can say where audio is set. Oh, BWH turn one. Oh, quick thoughts. This is what I read, I think. So here's the audio.
Today is a very special day for two reasons. One, I created the BWH YouTube channel on this very day last year. Two, the channel crossed 3,000 subscribers. Screenshot of BWH channel page. HTTPS platform. Built with the same .dev files.
Ah,
BWH
it's
added
not stripping out.
imaging. No doubt BWH has become a brand of its own. The response has been overwhelming, and I am thankful to the community for so much love and support that the concept
I
has
still
received.
am. And by the way, we crossed 5,000 subscribers. So thanks for that. Okay, so now what we can do is we can integrate it here, right? And let's do it in part 2 maybe. Or should we do it? Or should we not? Should we or should we not? I don't know yet. So yeah, let's do it in part 2. So let's keep a note of things we want to do. Notes, recast notes, create note. Yep. So they have created this nice notepad. Yep. Is there any zoom functionality here? It's fine. Let's call it listen to blog part 2. Yeah, what do we need? Fix uh, mm, it reads the image tags, image URLs should just read alt. The second issue was button in blog post document to generate regenerate audio. Third was that is like a code thing, throw error if 11 labs API key not set, do something about concurrency limit. Okay, so this is for part 2. Cool. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. If I do an episode, I will do this. If I don't get to do it, but yeah, I'll be able to do it. So let's see. We can do it tomorrow, most probably. So I'll close this for now. And let's see if I can get back to notes. Yeah, I can. Cool. So now we have the audio. Yeah, the other thing, integrate into website. So let's go back to notes. Integrate. We have enough for an episode. So fine. Integrate into bwh.live astro site. Right now it's an astro site. But yeah, soon it will be on Frappe Builder with new design and everything. Cool.
Today is
One
a
last time.
special day for two reasons. One, I created the BWH YouTube channel on this very day last year. Two, the channel crossed 3,000 subscribers. Screenshot of BWH channel page.
Nice. So it does read this screenshot alt thing, but then it starts reading this. So yeah, maybe we can fine tune that. But yeah.
Today is
So
a very Nikhil, the commit company, Ankush, Frappe, JS. Kailash, Zero, and indie language content are at the top of my list. Plus, I will try to pursue any interesting ideas that come along the way. Looking forward to your continued support and feedback. Love you 3000.
cool. That ends the episode. So yeah, goodbye everyone. It was a fun episode for me. And see you in the next episode. Bye bye.